Welcome back to Advent of Code. Today we are working on day 18, and by the way I have a new background because I'm at my in-laws, so yeah, that's personal, little bits of my personal life. So let's dive into day 18. So this is a bit challenging. I've read that. The first time I read the prem statement, I didn't understand a thing. So that was tough. There are several steps we need to do, and we're gonna need to go slow and build step by step. The first thing we need to do is to understand how to reduce a small fish number, a snail fish number. That's really the most important stuff first, and then we're gonna do the sum of snailfish numbers. But for now, we're gonna focus on the reducing. So first of all, we're just gonna do the basic stuff. We just copy paste the template that we have that's on GitHub. We copy paste the input, and for now we're gonna be using this input to make sure our explosion is working correctly. We could be using some test cases. Actually, I think we should be using some test cases. Function reduce snailfish. So here we want to get the 18. We want to trim, as always, split a new line. We don't need to remove empty lines. Here we map. We can map. So the best thing would be to map that into an array. So actually that's the first challenge. You know what? That is the first challenge. I didn't even think about that. Node day18.js. So if we do map number, yeah, I cannot map to a number. We have this thing that we need to parse in JavaScript. So I think I'm gonna do something dirty because I don't want to have to deal with all of I don't want to have to deal with the brackets and everything, so I'm gonna do something very dirty. Let's do that. So we're gonna say line. Here we have a line, and what we do here, I'm going to introduce a security issue. Let eval a equal plus line, and we return a. So this is very bad. I wouldn't recommend anyone to do that in production code. But here we are here to have fun, So we want to have fun. We want to make sure this is working fine. And actually, yeah, this looks like. Let's actually do null2. Yeah, you see, this was parsed correctly. We have so I'm going to explain. First of all, let me explain. So what we do is just run JavaScript code that has a equal this, and basically we store this value because this is an array in JavaScript. If you cannot use json.parse because there isn't the actually I could be using json.parse. Right? Yes, actually, I'm trying to do something too complex. You can actually use json.parse, and this is just super good. I was trying to think something too complex, so that was easy. Once I got the right idea. Now, Let me just make sure the audio is recording correctly. Yeah, the audio is recording today, not like yesterday. Okay, so we have the first step, which is parsing correctly the input. That's critical, and now we can focus on the next step. So here we're actually gonna do for of line of lines, and here we're gonna log reduce line. So of course reduce is not doing anything for now, so we're gonna need to do some kind of parsing, because we need to understand if a pair is the level of a pair. So in order to do the leftmost pair, we're gonna have to do some recursive action. Level equals 0 and parent equal null. So I'm gonna try to do some weird stuff and hopefully it's gonna work. So here this is a recursive function. We're gonna check first of all if snail fish. So first of all we need to check if this is an array, right? Sometimes it can be, it could be just a number, so we have to be careful about that. So we're gonna start with array is array of snailfish. If this is just a number, we're just gonna return snailfish. Otherwise, if snailfish.length is equal to 2, I don't know exactly what we do here. Let's start with level 1. Fish.parent equal parent. I want to store the parent inside the array, which is something weird. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going here, to be honest. What we want to do is to actually, let's not focus about the parent for now. What we want to do is we want to check the first one that has level 4. So we actually, let's say if level is equal to 4, then we do something here. And snailfish.length is equal to 2. You know what, let's not do this special case. First of all, what we need to do, we need to say for, let's do a simple for loop, I below, oops, snailfish.length, and here we have to do reduce s level plus 1, and oh, I'm writing snailfish, that doesn't look good. So here we're using, cannot rename this element. Oh my god, just using normal stuff then. I wanted to use F2, but it didn't work. So here the parent is snailfish. And here we want to say if snailfish.length is equal to 2, just return. And here we're just gonna log snailfish. I'm kind of playing a bit here, just trying to understand a bit better the prime statements. That's a log reduce lines. Actually, I don't know what is displaying what. So let's say here, let's put that inside an object to see snailfish is displaying that. snailfish.length. Oh yeah, that's the length. 3, 4. Oh yeah, everything is length 2. Okay. Cool. That's gonna be a challenge because here, like, I believe it's all about recursions. Huh. So here, when we go through each element, here we are level. Actually, let's display the level here. I'm gonna say log s level. One, 2, 3. Okay, so here we are level 4 and we have 8, 9 and 8. So that is correct. That's what we care about. So here we're going to say if level is equal to 4, then we need to do something with the previous element. We're going to say if snailfish of I minus 1. So basically, if this goes out of bounds of the array, it will return undefined. And if the, actually, we can't do that. Let's do if I minus 1 is above or equal 0, and here we need to say type of snailfish I minus 1 is equal to number. In that case, we need to say snailfish I minus 1 plus equal, wow. So here we need to make sure s that length and s that length equal 2. So here we need to make sure this is a pair. So we are at level 4, we have a pair, and this is the first one that we see, so we know this is the leftmost pair. So we need to resolve the situation right now. And I minus 1 is getting the value we add the value. What do we add again? We first regular number to the right and the first regular number to the left. Oh my god, that is... Should it be the pair left value is added to the first regular number to the left of the exploding pair, if any? Could that be that, for example, here 3 has 4? Oh, there are going to be so many edge cases. That's going to be interesting. So what I was thinking is we just consider things that are at the same level. But what I'm afraid of is what happens if you have something like that. 1, like that. That's going to be a pain. Because here 9 is not going to be able to, it's not at the same level of the array, it's another level of the array. So that I am not sure if we address that. Oh yeah, here we address that. Okay, so here that's what's happening. 2 is added to this number here. Oh my god, that's going to be a pain. That is going to be a pain. Oh, so it looks like we might need to change the way we are approaching this problem, because we are just doing a recursivity approach, but then we can't easily access from this, we can't easily access this value here, which is a bit annoying. It looks, what I would do is have some kind of a linked list, like meaning this, the next one to the right is this one. So basically when you have something explode, so this is the pair that explodes, you go to the right and you add something. So like the recursive approach is good to find the leftmost pair, but it looks like we need a linked list to check the element to the right. Oh my god, that's gonna be... Okay, I've paused for a second because this looks like a very complex problem. So we need to find the number to the right. Maybe a linked list would do it. Another thing we could think of is do some kind of a regular expression to find on a string, to find a number that's, yeah, I don't know actually if we can do that. Like that pattern, or yeah, that pattern, you can see it here and there. It's a single number. Otherwise you have this pattern. It looks like there's like two patterns that can be found for like the next number, but I wouldn't know how to know where is this pair. Ooh, damn. This is gonna be fun. So I think here, instead of having this parent, we want the previous and next. So here we say if I equal 0, oh yeah, but no, we not. So how can I have that? Like have like from this array, have a linked list. You take I mean, you could do what I'm doing here and you store the previous. So here, like the first number, the second number, you say this is the previous one. Oh my god. Let's just revert to basic code here. So we know there are a lot of edge cases. And there are just like weird stuff happening around. So this work only if we we're gonna need to create some kind of a linked list and replace each number by like an object. I think that's gonna be the only way. So let's shelf that. We put that on the shelf on the right. We just on the right. We forget about that for now, and we're gonna say create object from the array. Yes, that is what we're gonna do. Add item. So we're gonna have to just recreate this structure. This is gonna be mad. So what I think is that we can do that in place. So we're gonna say if previous equal null. We're gonna do that. We're gonna say if here inside this function create object do thing on the array. Here we're gonna say do thing array, and then we return the array. The idea is I just want this previous variable to be inside the functions that I can call create object several times without having like some weird object that changes. So basically here we say if array is array, then we do a for loop. Array.length, yes, element. Then we do thing array. Otherwise, we say, otherwise, if this is not an array, we know this is a number. It's a number. So we have to say, okay, const object value equal, actually, yeah, let's call that value instead of array here, because that's confusing. So here, if the value is an array, then we iterate through each element of the value. Otherwise, we say value here. Previous and we do can we would like to replace this by this new thing here. I don't think we can do that easily, because if we do value equal object, that's just gonna be mess. That's not gonna work. So we need to do it here instead. We need to do here if type of element is equal number. We need to, it's a number, so we need to do that. Else we do thing. So basically here we don't care if it's an array. Yeah, it should always start with an array. We know the top level element is an array, so I need to just, okay. Then for each element of the array, if we have a number, then we replace value of I by the object. And then we say previous equal object. So hopefully if we do that, let's try that. Here, const O, here like JSON, stringify O to understand have we made some progress or not. Maximum call size exceeded. It looks like we have reached something that we shouldn't have. So the thing is, here we do thing. We iterate through each element. If the element is a number, then we do something. Otherwise, we know it is an array, so we do things. So here, because you have an infinite recursion, we want to understand what is the value that keeps being repeated. So this is the top level value. Oh yeah, here we don't need to do thing on value. We want to do thing on element. This thing. Okay, that was a dumb mistake. Circular structure to JSON. Okay, so that is a lesser evil that we have here, which means that our structure O has a circular reference, which is not super bad, just a little bad. Okay, so we have, that looks kind of bad. Value is a circular reference to this. That doesn't look good. Okay, value object. Yeah, so I'm a bit afraid about this here. Previous equal object. Let's say we're gonna say just we're gonna just log O of 0. Can it be O of 0? No. O of 0 is gonna be this array of 0 of 0. Maybe, oh, too much displaying, we are losing ourselves. I think it's again of 0, and we should have just one value, right? Value, yeah, there are two values here. So O is this 0. What? Did I change anything? 0 is so 1 0. I'm losing myself here. So if we say, so this is the first element, second element, third, fourth. So maybe again one more 0. Yeah, there is some mistakes happening. Okay, 30 minutes in, we are still struggling with basics. So it looks like this is a challenging one. So I think here I am making some mistake. Oh, look at that, value equal value. One more time, I'm making the same mistake. It should be element. Okay, value, the value here, at value of I, it's element. Previous, okay, that, I think that should be it. That should be, yes. Value 9, previous null. Okay. Okay, my in-laws were about to enter the kitchen. Just had to pause for a second. I'm back, and I think we have something that looks okay. So we have the chain of previews that's working fine, but we need now the chain of nexts. So I think we need to maybe take the last element of the array. So we're gonna do something like let last equal null, and every time we find an element, we're gonna say last equal object. And now at the end here, we're gonna do let next equal null, while last dot so last should be the last element of the array. So while there is an element last, we do last equal last dot previous. First of all, so we have a last element of the array. We do last dot next equal the value that is here, next. Then we say next equal last. So what we do, we say, okay, last contain the last element of the array. We say, okay, this is going to be the next element when we go to the previous one. So the last element of the array is the next element of the previous element. Then we can do that again and again and again. And so for the last element of the array, we have previous is the previous of the next one is the same one. So here we're going to do that. We're going to say for yeah, no, I mean, like here that looks good. Like here the reference *1 is equal to here, which is good because when you have an element, you do previous of this element, you do element.previous.next, and you should find the same element. So that looks correct. We have our linked list, that is this array that has been modified with objects. That's a good thing first. So that's good. That is good. So yeah, then from that, we can go back, we can remove this add item that we didn't use at all. We can go back to this now. Now we can say reduce O const output That's going to be interesting. That's going to be super hard to debug because I have this circular dependency. So actually we need something to display. Let's create something. Here we're going to be function display snail fish. It's going to be recursive approach. Oh god, everything is recursive. That's going to be a pain to work with, because like it's hard to display. Let's refocus on that. So here we know the top level is an array. Here we go through each element. If the level is 4 and this is an array, we do here small fish I minus 1. No, this is not I minus 1. We need to check the previous element. I need to check when previous element is just one number. So that's something else that we need to store somewhere. Oh god. Oh god, oh god, oh god. So here we're going to say is pair, and we're going to store value the length is equal to 2. The idea is if it is an array of length 2, then all the numbers within it should have the is pair. So here we're going to say so here we don't care about that actually. Here we just say, okay, we have level 4, we have a pair here. Then we need to find the previous one. Let prev equal s dot s of 0 dot previous while prev if prev dot is pair is, if this is not a pair, then we can say prev dot value plus equal s0 dot value. If we found a number that is not a pair, then we need to add the value, and we can break out of the loop. Oops, autocomplete is weird sometimes. Okay, so that's one thing. Otherwise we say prev equal prev dot previous until we reach the beginning of the array where prev is going to be null, so the while prev is going to just fail. So that's one thing. Here we solved for the previous. Here we're going to say the same for next. Let's say s of 1 dot next. We're just going to do actually the same thing here. While next if next is not a pair, then next dot value plus equal s1 dot value, we break and we do next. Otherwise we do next equal next dot next. Yeah, next. That's just not awesome. But here we say explode. So that's the explosion. We found the leftmost pair that is 4 level deep, and we just explode it. So here we added the number to the left and to the right, and then entire exploding pair is replaced with the regular number 0. So that's next step in the explosion. Here we need to replace the pair by the number 0. So what we're gonna say, we're gonna say const object. Here this is, we know the value is 0. The previous is s of 0 dot previous, and the next element is s of 1 dot next. And that is it. Oh, wait, that is not right, because we are level 4, we have length equal 2, but basically this is length equal to, we need to make sure s of 0 dot is pair and s of 1 dot is pair. So now we need to actually compute. We have this object, so here we need to say, wait, we didn't finish. We said snail fish of I. Snail fish of I is equal to object now. One thing we didn't compute is the is pair. We need to check if oh, that's gonna be a pain. That's a pain. I think we need to keep the level somehow, somewhere. Level here, the level is gonna be equal to 1 at first. And here, when you do that, you say level plus 1. So here we basically store the level of each object. I'm not outputting anything, so I cannot really, it's not really interesting here. So the last element here, 4, is level 1. That's perfect. And 3 is level 2. So we have something that works. Maybe we want parent as well. That's so challenging. So here my problem, what am I trying to solve? That's the question. What I'm trying to solve is, we know that here we found a way to define, okay, this is level 4. So actually here, instead of level 4, we don't really care about that anymore. And say, actually, let's do that. We have level 4, we have an array of length 2, and two things in the array is a pair. When you have is pair, it means two things are an object that is considered as a pair. So that's perfect. Here we need to, what do we need to do? When you explode, I lost my train of thought. So here we have the correct next and previous, but now you don't have the correct is pair, meaning here when 8 and 9 explode, you now, like 1 and 0 is a pair. So that is something we need to consider. We need to check. Actually, we have we have the level now. So we need to store here level s0.level -1. So what I need to check, I need to say if level if object dot previous equal dot level equal object dot level, and here I want to exclusive OR. I forgot how to do that in JavaScript. JavaScript XOR JavaScript XOR, I believe. Oh, everything is in French. Let me. So painful. I want this, but in English, please. XOR. Okay, yeah, I just have to use the bitwise XOR. So I want to make sure we just have one thing that is of the same level. Object dot next level is equal to object dot level. So either we have the current, so here you have the next one that is of the same level than the current one, but you don't want to have multiple things of the same level of the, to be honest, one thing that we need to make sure here also, previous can be empty. So we're going to use this thing to take care of when previous or next can be null. Basically, if we do that, it will avoid raising an exception, and it will just return undefined, which will fail the equal here. In that case, we're just going to say if that, we're just going to repeat the if. In that case, we're going to say, actually we can say object dot is pair equal true. And here we say, in that case we say, okay, the cat needs to enter the room. Okay, the cat just interrupted me. Never gonna finish this one. Okay, so here we say this that is pair is equal to true. Otherwise, we're gonna say object that next is pair equal to true. So yeah, here we're really trying to maintain the 4 attributes of this weird data structure that we've created. So now we have a pair here. We could have a pair. In that case, we need to redo the work here, because that's the leftmost pair again. So we're gonna actually make that in a function. Function explode pair. Snailfish. Wait, here we do level -1, so we don't need to recursively explode the pair because this is not level 4 anymore. Oh wait, to be honest, I don't know what happens if you have like more than something that is more than 4 level nested. Can this happen? Hopefully not, because if we have something like 5 level nested, I don't know how that would happen. I don't know how that would work. That's part of the fun. We'll see. First of all, I think now we have something that is exploding correctly. So we need to find that. Now we need to actually display something. So, to display, we are... how we are going to display that? We're going to do that recursively, I believe. That's... Why so much complexity? I really hoped we would have like something that would build on the previous day or the previous days. But instead, we are doing something that's a lot complex. I don't think this will be reused in another challenge. So that's okay. So const string, we start with like that. Then for each element, if type of const equal snailfish of I, if type of e is equal to number, in that case we just str plus equal e dot value. Oh no, actually it's not type of now, because we have if e dot value, then we can do that. Oh, that's gonna be a nightmare somehow. Wait, we just need to map actually here. I don't think this is the right way. Okay, we need to, basically what I have like this weird object here. I just want to get an array again so that we can understand what happened. Did I make the explosion correctly, or was it just like plain wrong? So here, let's call that string toString. Actually, we could have had like a proper object here instead of having like these things. Anyway, that's okay. So if I want to convert this object, the best, the cat needs to leave the room. Okay, the cat went to sleep. Now I can resume. So I think what I wanted to do is here, if snailfish that value, then we just return snailfish that value. Otherwise, we actually start an array str plus equal, close the array, and then we return str here. In here, for each element, we actually do str plus equal toString of e, and here if I is strictly below snailfish dot length -1, in that case we do str plus equal a comma. That's a bit dirty, but that should help us to display. Oh, actually, here we need to do console log of toString of our number here, and here we do the same with output. Oh my god, the cat is here again. Okay, I left the door open. Everybody's sleeping, so yeah, so many things to think about. So that should give us some information. Output should reducing something should actually return a new snailfish number, but that's not the case. Okay, the good news is our display function is working correctly. So that's one thing. Next thing is reduce is not returning a snailfish number. Damn. I think reduce is actually modifying in place our snailfish number. Damn. So here could just do reduce O, and here you would have a reduced shellfish number. Ooh, that looks bad. Looks so bad. So here explode. So here we want to have a bit more visibility, because for now I don't really have a lot of visibility here and here. So here we're gonna say console log explode. We're gonna do S0 S1, and here we're just gonna use dot value. Okay, the cat can now leave the room without me worrying about it. That's great news. 9 and 8, that is good. We can say here, here we're gonna say prev that value. That's never gonna be add before. That should never happen. Here add after next that value. That should happen, and then here replaced with object here, and then we have this like little modification. We don't care about that for now. Explode, and we have a replaced. So it looks like here this did not work. Is pair. So okay, wait. Here is pair is not correct, because we know the value.length here, this is an array of length 2, but there is one pair and one solo number, and this is not something that I'm taking into account here, so that's not good. So here we need to check whether so here we can say at this level we can say if value the length is equal to 2, and so here we're going to say let is pair equal false, and type of value of 0 is equal to number, and type of value of 1 is equal to number as well. In that case, and only in that case, we can say is pair is equal to true, which here we can just reuse the value is pair that we've set earlier. We should be out of the wood in terms of issues. Add after 9. Okay, so that's good. Here we added 8 to 1, which gives us 9. So we are good. However, here we have an empty array, which is not what we are expecting. So the problem here is that we have several ways to show things, and here snailfish is an array. Oh wait, we have snailfish that is an array. Snailfish of I equal object. That should be correct. Previous null, next is value 9, so that is correct. Level 4, that might not be correct. Anyway, the level might not be to do, check that, but that's not what we need to focus on. What we need to focus on is why there is here an empty array instead of just the small fish of I. So here maybe you can display snailfish. Is that gonna be useful? Oh, not display, it's toString. Replaced, yeah. See, we have our issue here. So here I want to log snailfish of I and object before we do the change here. So here we had an array of 2 values. Okay. So here snailfish of I is an array of 2 values. And then we just want to replace this array by 1 value. That looks good. Looks good to me. Looks good to me. So if we display here, we just display snailfish. There is something simple that prevents us. So we have the value 0 and the value 9. Here I don't have a is pair here. How come? Level 4, that's that's confusing, so much confusion. I'm not sure this logic is working. So here I'm just gonna hide that for now because I think the is pair logic here is flawed. But first of all, I have this bug. Why do I have this stupid thing here? Previous value 8. Okay, here that's not correct. Previous value 8. Previous should be value 0. So let's make sure this is correct. So here we need to say if S0 the previous, S0 the next equal object. If S1 the next if S0 the previous, S0 dot it's so much thing. We need to make sure we update the previous element so that the next element of the previous element is the object. Same thing here. We need to make sure we update the next element such as the previous element of the next one is the object. we go next, and the previous is the same place we started on. That's one thing we updated. We still have our array here. So let's go to the toString method, and we're gonna try to understand what's up. Else so I think I'm using toString several times. So here we need to stop that. We just want to use it once. Okay, so this is the recursive thing. That looks good. Okay, this is gonna end up being a movie instead of a YouTube video. Hope you like it. Okay, so here we start with 0 and 9. That looks good, man. How come? There's something that's I'm just missing. I'm not sure what it is. Let's just do it like that instead. Oh, could it be here? Object. Okay, no, undefined, 0. That makes no sense. I mean, we have an array, but here, I don't understand this specific array here. If snailfish.length is equal to 0, if it's not defined, then please explain me what's up. I think that's what we need to do. And here, let's put that inside like that, so we see a good display of things. Snailfish, okay, here we have actually this function that is called for just one value. Which means but the value is set to that makes no sense, dude. Dude, what's up? So look, snailfish. Oh my god! If type of is not undefined. So here, this is a typical JavaScript issue when you check on a value that is true, but you have a 0 in it. If you have a 0, then it returns false. And instead of checking the value is true, I should have checked the value is not undefined. So yeah, that's one thing that we've solved, one edge case that we found, and I believe we solved it right. So now if we do just that two things, we have so many console logs now, console logs everywhere. Explode, add before, add after. Here we don't care about displaying the full snailfish. Okay, explode 9.8 and we add, okay, that looks good. We can remove the add after, add before, and explode. Looks like we've done something that is right. Let me see here. We are at that point here. So you spend like 1 hour 10 minutes for one thing. That's gonna be an insanely long video, dude. like previously, if you're still watching, don't hesitate to drop a comment down there. Drop a comment. Let us know. So we have this thing that is correct. So yeah, that's one thing. Now, first of all, we need to fix the level here. I believe should be fine, but here the logic here should looks very flawed. So here, what I wanted to say, okay, if the previous element, oh yeah, that's good actually. So it could have a problem with something like one, yeah, if we have like two things like that. So if we make this explode and we have something that happens to be on the same level before, that could be an issue. So we need to make sure we have this. We need to make sure they share the same parent as well. So that's one more thing to add when we create the object here. Here we need to say parent, and here we're gonna say do thing parent is null. So we're gonna have like all the information now. Here parent. So the good thing here, basically when we do thing here, the parent is gonna be value. I'm correct. So that's, yeah, value is gonna be the parent, but value is not gonna be an object. That's not cool. The objects, so the thing is, objects are, so here we have an array, so that's going to be an array. So yeah, I mean, these we could, yeah, I think that should be good. If we put value here, oh wait, parent. So here we need to store the parent. In each node, we need to store the parent node. That makes no sense because here value here is the parent for each node. Parent is value, the array value, and then if this is, and then yeah, so I think I don't need to do like this passing of variable. Oh wait, if I do that, I can do dot parent. That would, be more fun. Let's so parent is value here. Here we need to say value dot parent equal parent. That's it. And here when we do thing, the parent is going to be value, is going to be the array called value. So now the we're going to have like something like parent to get the parent array, or yeah, that's going to be interesting. So now we can do something like if. So we want to keep that, but we want to make sure that object the previous dot parent is equal to object dot parent. I think that's it. Actually, so we don't need to care about this. We just need to make sure that, and here we need to use this, we need to make sure that the parent of the previous element is the same as the parent of the current element, and the parent length is equal to 2. Basically, if we have that, okay, that's it. We need to make sure here we don't need about the XOR anymore. Okay. We're gonna rephrase that again. We're gonna say object dot, oh, the parent. Now the parent, we need to change the parent here. Parent is equal S0 dot parent dot parent, I believe. That should be it. So here we need to say object dot parent is dot length is equal to 2, and no, that's it. If object dot parent dot length is equal to 2, we know that this object is a pair. So we can say object dot is pair, and now we can check object dot previous dot. We check if the object dot previous dot parent is equal object dot parent. In that case, we do object dot previous dot is pair equal true. Otherwise, we do object dot next dot is pair equal true. I believe we found a clean way to express the fact that to find a pair. Let's try that again. Nothing changed, of course. I think we are not going to debug that for now. We're just going to try actually the next edge cases. Let's try that. So for now, let's see. For each line we're doing that. How come we just have one thing? Oh, I didn't save this. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to paste all of the examples. Okay, I've pasted all of the examples. We're gonna try this out. So here, basically, 3 and 2 explode, 3 and 4 are added, and we have a 0. Yes, that's correct. Here, we have again 3 and 2 that explode, 3 plus 4, that's good. Oh, and here instead of a 1, we have a 3. That looks like we've made some good progress here. Now here 7 plus 3 are exploding. We have 8, 0, and 9. 7, 3, 8, 0, 9. That looks good. Then here in the end we have 3, 2, we have 7, 0. 3, 2, 7, 0. Okay, so one thing that is good is that we solved these, the exploding thing. It took us an hour and 20 minutes to solve the exploding thing only. Now we should have a good baseline to solve the splitting. I'm gonna read that again. Okay, so before moving to splitting, I think here we might have an issue with this, which does several explosions. Here I am not sure I'm doing the explosion in the right order, which would be a pain. Because yeah, here we are doing the, when we are exploding, if we explode once, should just stop. If we explode, we should just like return, that's it. We explode, we shouldn't do anything else. So I think we can just return. Let's return true. So return true. And here we say, okay, we say so we say if here we explode, we return true. So what I'm thinking is that we should stop. So here, if one thing returns true, res. If res is equal to true, return true right away. That's it. So if here the first element here we're so let's try with that here. Okay, so here now, here instead of reduce, here we should say explode. So actually, let's create a function that's called reduce. And here we do explode of O, do nothing. So here basically do nothing. So here we just, as long as the thing is exploding, we run again and again and again the explosion check. Which means now, here the reduce explode. Well, how to call the explode function? Snailfish level 1. What happened? Oh, is this the true here? Returning something that broke everything? Oh. here we did all the job of explosion, so we return true, so it should be fine. Actually, here we can say if res return true. Otherwise, we just return nothing, return null. So many edge cases. Oh my god. Looks like I'm gonna spend far too much time on that. Reducing, oh, so here we know we are creating an object that looks fine. So we are creating an object, and here we are like making it back into a string, and then here we should have 8, 4. Oh, wait, this is after explosion. So let's take that, and it should this number should explode twice. So actually, let's do that. This number is not even exploding once, which is a bit annoying. So we need to figure out what's happening. So here, explode. Let's remove that for now. Let's remove that for now. So we remove the returning thing, and we still broke something. That's here where for such a complex project, using Git would have been nice, but for now I'm using Git just to, yeah, I'm not using Git the right way, because here I would have checked what are the latest modifications that I made, and every time you're doing a refactoring, like this, adding this reduce function here, let's just skip the reduce function, just say explode O. Explode snailfish here. Good. I'm gonna just do Ctrl Z until I understand what's up. We remove that. So this shouldn't make a difference. Okay, here it's working. Now let's go back and add stuff again. Here we return true. It is still working. Okay, so we do that. Still working. We do that. Still working. Okay, here I think I lost track. Okay, so instead of reduce, wait. Here instead of reduce, we call that explode. Oh, I know. Here we're using the reduce instead of calling explode. So that was the problem. When I renamed the function, I forgot about that. So here if we say explode, should work again. Oh my god, that's... So now we can write while explode O. Continue exploding. Now we can say reduce, and now we have this number with a 15 here. That's good. So basically we just explode, explode, explode. Then we split. So we're gonna have another function that is called split. That is gonna be a mess of code. Function split. Okay, here we have a snailfish. and we split actually here. What do we do for splitting? Splitting, if a regular number is 10 or greater, the leftmost such regular number splits. So we're gonna do something similar here in the way that we are going to iterate through each element. And we're gonna check if, oh, actually let's copy paste this line as well. We're gonna check here if type of s is equal, oh wait, no, if s dot value is and, oh wait, we need to say if, wait, here, am I using if s dot value? I think I'm using if s dot value somewhere. Actually, let's take dot value. We shouldn't use dot value in yeah. Let's say if type of s dot value is not undefined, because we don't want to have an edge case for when s dot value is equal to 0, which what we already had today. S value is not undefined and s dot value is above or equal to 10, then we split here. Then we return true, and if we're gonna copy that. Here we're gonna split. I don't know if we need the level. Here, level plus 1. Snailfish, why do we care? Snailfish, just care. Snailfish level 1. So here we can remove that. Explode. Okay, so that's the same thing. Here we can remove that. Okay. Looks good. So one thing I'm not sure. Yeah, I think we should. Okay. Let's do the splitting. Let's do the actual splitting before we think about how to combine everything. So that is so long. This one is really a mess. So split, we replace it with a pair. Yes, let's do that. So now okay, first of all, we replace this one with a pair. So we need to say s dot parent that for each n is pair equal false. So what I'm doing here is that I'm making sure if this element was part of a pair, like this element and the other element is not called a pair anymore, because it is gonna, yeah, that's one thing. Removing from being a pair. Now, what are all the things that we need to know about a node? These are all the things we need to know about a node. Okay, wait. Here we need to say then snailfish of I is equal, and then we create an array here. And we need to create like something like that. So S const 1. Okay, I think we need to create two objects like that. const 2. So for now I'm just copy pasting the same object, and then we're gonna fix everything. So previous is s.previous. Next is, we're not defining, then we do one.next equal to 2.previous. Actually here 2.previous, we can put it here. This is equal to 1. Next is equal s.next. Okay, so we fixed that. Now s.level plus 1, s.level plus 1. I don't think we're using the level, so I don't think it's really worth it to maintain it, but you know what, parent so here we're gonna say small fish I. Now we can say is equal to 1, 2. I'm gonna say snailfish I is equal to dot parent is equal s dot parent, and 1 dot parent is equal. That's so much stuff happening. So here we can remove parent and parent because these are defined here. We have the parent of this array is defined here. Everything should be good except the value. The value right element of the pair should be the regular number divided by 2 and rounded up. So here we need to say math.sale or up. What happens if this is a negative number? I believe there are no negative number. That would be really nice, because up, when there is negative number, yeah, I think there is no negative number. That's perfect. So this is s.value divided by 2 rounded up. Perfect. And then wait, to split left element regular number divided by 2 rounded down. So here we do a floor divided by 2 rounded up. So here we actually take the same thing and we use sale to round up, and that should give us the right stuff. So actually we're going to take that number and we're going to make sure this is doing the right steps all the way. So we want reducing to do explosion, then to do splitting. Split O. Oh, actually we can say if split actually O, not 0, we can call reduce O again. Basically we're doing a lot of explode, then one split, then a lot of explode, one split, lot of explode, one split, until the end of time. 07478 067. Okay, we are here. We are missing an explosion. Okay, so here if it doesn't split, here we do split. We should be doing another explosion here, but we are not somehow. So could that be a little issue somewhere in my explosion code, or do we need to like do another round of explosion like that here. Just let's try that first. We have the same thing. So here, this should... Oh, this is a split. What is exploding actually? After explode... Oh yeah, it's this thing that should explode. 630 is splitting in 6 and 7, and then it's exploding here. And here we are not making the explosion. So we have an issue with the explode code. We need the latest explosion to be verbose. So basically here we're just gonna say that, and we're just gonna say if we're gonna do that, we're gonna say if s.length is equal to 2, in that case we display s and the level. So here we care not about 1, 1, we care about here 7, 6 and 7. Here 6 and 7 should trigger something. Level is, the current level here is 5. Oh, not good, not looking good. So maybe, yeah, actually let's here put, oh, we should have the level right after this. So the level is 4, so that's correct. So could it be that they are not written is pair false? No, wait, 6. Oh, there is no is pair. Okay. Could it be because of the split here? Yes, of course, the split is creating a pair, so we need to say is pair true for both elements. We should have fixed it. I think we fixed it. Have we cracked the thing? That would be great. Oh yes, that looks like it worked. No, it didn't work. 60, there's no 8 here. So we have an issue with the next and the previous of here inside the split. So here next is equal s dot next, that looks good. Previous equal s dot previous, that looks good. 1 next equal 2 and 2 previous equal 1. 1, 2. So here we're looking at understanding what happened with this 6, 7 and 1 here. So here when this is exploding, I'm gonna say console log explode s0 dot value, s1 dot value, console log add so much debugging. So here we want to say prev dot value, prev dot value plus s0 dot value. So we see the previous value and then the new value. We're gonna do the same here. Add add next, add previous here, here this is next dot value becomes next dot value plus s1 dot value. Let's see here, explode. Okay, so here we cannot find. Okay. So here we need to say log next equal to next. This is too intense, dudes, too intense. Next is 1. So 1 should be correct. 1 is a pair. Wait, 1 is a pair. Here 1 is in a pair. How come it becomes 8? Makes no sense. I thought it shouldn't be in a pair. Oh, there is no need to understand if this is in a pair or not, right? We don't care actually about that. I think we don't care about this. I misread the... We just need to say if... Yeah, we just need actually... We just need to do... Oh, that's so stupid. If next dot... If next, then... Oh my god, that simplify that a lot. If next, just say next dot value plus equal s dot 1. We're gonna just do the same here for the previous thingy. Previous dot value plus equal 0 dot value. That gives us something that looks correct. I think I'm just... No, I'm not gonna remove the code here, that's dead code, but it might be... I might need to roll back to this version, so I want to make sure we're good. Now I have console logs all over the place, of course. Next here I can remove for now. Okay, explode. We are exploding things, that's good. I mean, it's never good to explode things, except in these kind of challenges. Eight, 1, we got 8, 1. That looks correct. That looks correct. You can feel the sleepiness in me coming. Now we need one more thing, which is sum. So wait, let me check it before I implement everything. We need the sum, yeah, we need the sum. Adding all of the small fish numbers. How do you add? That's the next step. We need the reducing, the exploding, the splitting. Now I need to add. Where is the addition? Okay. Form a pair from the left and right parameters. Oh, nice. Okay, okay. The good thing is we are never using the level, so that's good. Okay, okay, okay. Let's do that. Function add 1, 2. We're gonna say return. No. Const res equal 1, 2. And then we need to do 1.parent equal res, 2.parent equal res. Then we need the one latest. Do we have a way to find the latest one? The last object. Let's do that. Let's do that. You know, here we create an object. Here we're gonna say what's the result array here. We're gonna do array dot last equal last, array first equal what's called Okay, here this is the value. We're gonna say if array.first isn't defined, then you say array.first equal object. So this is the first value, the first object of the array, and this is the last object of the array, which is not awesome, but yeah, you know what, it does work. So here we're gonna say one.last, the next equal two.first, two.first.previous equal one.last. And now we can we have our addition, and we can just reduce res, and we return res. Okay, I think that's it. We just done the addition, and then we reduce things. So maybe we want to reduce 1, reduce 2, and then we do the addition, we reduce the result, and that's it. So now, for each line, let's do that. Here we're gonna take the input 1, 2, oh wait, 1, 2, 3. Do we have? Okay, we have this list. Let's take this list now. Okay, so we're gonna say let sum equal, we need lines of 0, create object, line of 0, create object, lines of 0. Here we do for loop, for each line starting at 1, we say okay, sum equal, so no, we do const current equal create object of lines of I, sum equal add sum and current, and then here we just console log console log my brain is fried. Oh, toString of sum, next of undefined. Okay, okay, so here we have, when we add something, yeah, one that last. When we create an object, we do these things, but here when we split, so let's see, we want to see here what happened. So here we're gonna display log, we're just gonna display a res, you know what. So basically, just before this is exploding, we have an array. Actually, here we need to do toString res. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot easier to read. We have this object, and we cannot find next to. Actually, let's do toString 1 and toString 2. most likely. Yeah, there shouldn't be any weirdness here. Oh, of course we need to do res dot first equal 1 dot first, res dot last equal 2 dot last. I think that's what was missing. Okay, we have the correct answer here. Let's try here with this. That should be good now. 30534455. Yes, that looks good. This is insane. Let's try that. If this works, it's just like it's good. Oh no. So here I'm just gonna debug that part here. We have a 0, 0. And for some reason, yeah, actually I would like to display the full object. So I'm gonna do that. This is explode, so we're gonna be able to do that in the reduce. Yeah, the reduce should be the best place to do. So here we're gonna toString. Let's check that. Oh, do we have some kind of a loop here? No, just never displaying that. Reduce 1, reduce 2. Create object, create object. Explode, explode, explode. We are exploding of an explosion at reduce here. So basically if I'm saving that, I should, oh, of course we need to console log that. And this thing we're trying to explode, but is pair of null. Wow, this is mental. It's crazy. Here I want to console log is pair. Are we using is pair anywhere, or is that just like, am I just like maintaining this thing for nothing? Here I could just say like there is a value. Is pair looks like useless stuff here to me. Because here we can say just type of S0 that value is not undefined. And we can do the same for S1. So basically we say these are two values and there are no, this is not an array of values. If we have, if nothing else, yeah, I think I should just like be able to remove this is pair thingy. Is pair that stuff out of the way. Get out, get out. Just starting to get a little bit crazy now. What do we have in the end? Final sum is not what we are expecting at all. Not what we are expecting at all. So we are just like so far away, so far away. This is midnight at my place already. Just make no sense. So I think we should display that like that. So we're gonna display here, we're gonna say console log toString of sum, toString of current, equal toString of sum. Well, man, this is so... Here, you know what? Let's just break. We break out of this loop. So we have, oh wait, I have so many console logs everywhere. It's just... Reduce is displaying a console log here. That's not needed. Okay, that's better. So, do we have what we are expecting? Yes, I think we have. That looks really... No. Here, there is a 7.7 here that isn't here. Could it be that... So one thing that I'm not sure is, do we need to reduce the number before the addition? Okay, so maybe one thing that I'm doing that I shouldn't be doing is reduce 1 and reduce 2 here. Let's try to not reduce 1 and 2. Does this change anything? 4 0 5 4 7 7 6 0 8 9. Okay, here I definitely have an issue with that here. That specific thing. Whoa. Seven 5 0. Okay, so here there is a specific issue at that point here, which is most likely coming from this number. Seven. Okay, so the problem is that I haven't caught why. Yeah, so this is this example that we're taking. We're taking this one, let's take that again. Here we remove the break. Remove the brakes. And we get that. Yes, that's correct. So yeah, what I can say is that we have a issue hidden somewhere in the form of a small bug. I think I'm gonna have to maybe pause solving that and restart tomorrow, because that's so the magnitude, I think we can do that later. We really need to solve why we don't have this correct while everything previously was fine. So let's see, this number, we just have this number. Is it the same number? Okay, no, it's returning 0, 4, 5, 0, 0, 4, 5, 2, 6, 9, 5. Yeah, so the problem is that this number is already not reduced. So I would say that one should reduce the number before adding them and then reduce them again. I'm not sure this is how it works, and to be clear, this doesn't look super clear from the problem statement. Must always be reduced. Repeatedly do the first action in this list. So let's try that again. Let's try to change how we do reduce. So here we say let modified equal false, do modified equal modified or explode of O. Then we do the same thing with split, and here we do while modified. So here basically first step, modify equal false, so here this will always be explode of O, and if this is true then we skip this part. Let's actually write that. If not modified equal split of O. That's a bit clearer like that. So I think that should be a bit clearer, that more clear related to the spec. Let's see if it changed anything for this more complex example. Result is, yeah, too many zeros in the results. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, here we have an error somewhere in here. So we're doing something correct. First action in the list. If no action, the small fish number is reduced. At most, one action applies, which the process returns to the top of the list of actions. Yes. Explode, I think we did that correctly. Two regular numbers. Yeah, explode, we are using two regular numbers. Looks good. So here we can, I believe, remove that. Three, two, yeah. This, yes. This, yes, okay. So I think this is clear that this was bad code, so we can remove it. We're actually never using the level here, so I think that's not something we care about. We should, I'm gonna just remove that. level, let's see, level. We keep having the level everywhere, but we are never using it except here in the explode. So yeah, here I believe we can just remove the level stored in the nodes. So this we can remove as well. This was the is pair, it's not used anymore. Here the level stored in the nodes is not useful, is pair not useful, level is pair not useful, both of them. Here the level is not useful for the split. Here do thing, we have the level here, we don't need the level. Let me remove the level everywhere. Do thing, here we need to remove the level again. Okay. Is pair, we said we want to remove is pair. To remove is pair. Okay, level now is just in the explode function because it is needed, and is pair is nowhere to be found. That won't change my code here. So yeah, the problem is that I don't know what is happening for now, and that is a bit frustrating. Let's try some other test scenarios, see if we can find some bad stuff happening. 074 786081. Okay, I think it's more than 2 hours. I haven't solved it. I think I need to post this video and start solving that again tomorrow. Because here there's a problem here with those two lines already. It's just really, it is just here, like 8, 9. And instead of 9, we've got 7 and 7. So maybe it's something, I don't know. It looks like this is a number that we didn't add. It looks like this is a number that we didn't add. So let's do something again. Here we're gonna say, okay, here we explode actually. We're gonna say log explode. And split, we're gonna say, okay, here we split log split. And here actually in the reduce function here, we're gonna say if modified we to string. Oh, let's see that. Oh, something did not work. Split, wait. Split, explode, split, split, split. Why we are not seeing? If we split here, we should return true. If res return true here. Oh, here one more time, I need to console log this. Okay, so we have a list of stuff happening. I'm looking especially for stuff happening around this 8, 9 here. Okay, so here we have 17 that creates, okay, here, explode, and we create that. Now we split, and the first thing that we split is the 17 to 8 and 9, and here 1, 2, 3, 4. Could it be like enough by one thingy? No, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. Okay, so yeah, nothing should explode here, so that's normal. Here we have 17 that splits, then we have 11 that splits, then this creates an explosion. And basically, oh, here we have our issue. Look at that. 5 should be added to 9 here, and it is not done. So basically we see we have a split. So this is the problem after a split. No, wait. This 11 is coming from what? 11, yeah, it's just like explosion and splits all the way. So I need to make sure my next and previous are kept correctly. And we split here. Wait, here, when we explode. Oh my god. I think I'm getting too tired, so I'm gonna stop here and we're gonna debug that tomorrow. Thank you for today. Drop a comment if you liked the struggle, and see you in the next one.